This right here is the BenQ EX3501 Ultrawide Screen Curved Monitor. At first I was really skeptical about monitors like this. I thought the curved thing was just like a gimmick and I was really worried about distortions. But after testing and using this for a month for scripting, editing, and all that jazz, I found that it worked really well for me. So today we're gonna go over the features, the performance, to see if this is in fact the right monitor for you. What's up friends, it's Mike again. Welcome back to another tech review where I find awesome things to simplify your life. So first of all, full disclosure, BenQ did send this monitor in for review free of charge, so thank you BenQ. But they didn't pay me to say anything good or bad about it. Everything that's said in this video is just my opinion only. And today we're going over a lot of material, there's a lot to cover here, so for your convenience I put the timestamp below so you can jump to the parts that matter most to you. And lastly, if this video has helped you in any way at all and you want to see more, like and subscribe to support the channel and turn that notification on to get the latest updates from YouTube. And without further ado, let's get right into it. So first of all, here's a quick overview of what you'll get with this monitor. The first thing that you'll notice is a huge 35-inch curved screen with a curvature of 1800R, a resolution of 3440 by 1440, and an aspect ratio of 21:9. It has thin bezels around the screen and a matte finish to reduce glare. The screen is housed in a stunningly beautiful black and white housing. It has a matte finish and it looks very, very modern. And also it comes with a very sturdy and slick looking stand. You can move your monitor up and down and swivel it this way. And it also has a hole in the middle for cable management so that your setup looks clean and nice. The monitor does lack built-in speakers, but it has an audio jack to make up for it. And also the monitor has two HDMI 2.0 ports, one display port, two USB 3.0 ports, and finally one USB Type-C port for a one cable connectivity experience. And all those cables come in the box for you, so you're well taken care of. But there are a few things that you need to know. All the ports are nested here under the screen. You can't really access it from the back or the front, so it's really not really easy to access when the monitor is stood up like this. And also the USB Type-C only delivers 10 watts of power, so if you're using it on your MacBook, it's not going to charge or it's going to slowly drain your battery. And finally, if you want to put this up on a monitor arm, you're going to have trouble doing that. Because although it says it's VES mount compatible, you actually need to get an adapter to get it in there for it to be VES mount compatible. This part is not included in the box and you have to buy it separately, and I couldn't find it anywhere on Amazon or on BenQ's site. It seems like they might not even have it at all. There are ways to make one yourself, I'll put the link down below, but for now I'm just gonna say that there's no VES mounting. Anyways, performance wise, it has these features which we'll go in detail later on, but overall the aesthetics and build quality in this monitor is definitely gonna complement your desk setup, making it look more modern and minimalist, and it's gonna deliver solid performance when you're working, gaming, or watching movies. And that's why this monitor has worked so well for me as an all-purpose monitor. First of all, as a content creator, I do a lot of browsing on the web for research, a lot of scripting, and finally, lots and lots of video editing. The ultra-wide screen here makes it very easy for me to multitask and put up multiple windows at once, so from here I can script, I can research, and I can watch Netflix all at the same time. So a neat thing here is that while BenQ doesn't have any software for you to automatically size your windows, I downloaded an app called Magnet, and it automatically sizes your windows by you dragging it on your corners of your screen or by using keyboard shortcuts. So that worked really well for me and I really enjoyed using it. And for Windows users, you already can't do that automatically, so you don't have to worry about that. My desk setup actually looked like this before, where I had multiple devices on it so I can look at everything at once like a dashboard. But with this new setup, everything is on my screen, and I really noticed how much less I had to move my neck around to see different things on different devices. So when I took all those screens out and only used this one, it really gave me an ergonomic, clean, minimalist desk setup, which I love. Anyways, I work very long hours working on the computer every single day. Over here, it actually has this adaptive light sensor so that when your environment changes, the screen's brightness changes as well, so that it's easier on your eyes. So I found that to be actually really useful because you don't have to adjust your brightness all the times, and it's because I don't actually like using the buttons on this monitor. It has buttons like this, it's very not that intuitive to use. It would be a lot better if they had like a joystick kind of thing. But besides that, there are features like low blue light and flicker-free technologies. So if you're someone who stares at the screen all day long like me, this is really gonna take care of your eyes. Anyways, when I need to focus on one thing, I put this thing on full screen mode, especially when I'm video editing, and that's when you take advantage of this huge screen. With this, I can see a lot more. My timelines are huge. I can have this and this open at the same time and still have a lot of space to move around. So this really saved me a lot of scrolling time, and it kind of spoiled me because I don't really want to work on my laptop screen anymore. And also, if you're someone who uses Excel, you're gonna love the full screen mode because you can see all the columns and all your cells, everything at once, all on one screen. And something that you might have noticed is that when it's in full screen mode, if you have a line that's straight throughout the screen, it's a bit curved. And I was really worried about distortions at first too, but after using it for this long, I didn't find that I worked with super like horizontal lines anyways, and that there's actually not much distortion, so it works pretty well. The monitor has a curvature of 1800R, which BenQ and other brands are saying it's like the most optimal curve for like a immersive experience because it has depth to it. And in my experience, at first when you use it, it's kind of weird, you know, like the screen is huge, but you're able to see all of it at the same time without being overwhelmed. So in the first few days when I was using it, I did find it very comfortable to use, and it was actually a very pleasant transition from my 27-inch 4K monitor, which now brings me to the resolution. So moving from a 4K monitor to a QHD monitor wasn't actually that big of a deal. The videos I make in Final Cut Pro are in 1080 anyway, so it didn't make a difference there. And then when I do watch 4K videos on this monitor, to the untrained eye like mine, everything still looks really good. You might be losing a bit of crispness, and if you do want to be future-proofed, you might want to go the 4K route. But for now, most videos are in 1080 anyways, and for the next few years, until 4K becomes like the minimum standard, I'm gonna be more than okay using a QHD monitor. And the next thing I want to mention is that the color accuracy on this is awesome. It covers 100% of sRGB, and color accuracy is actually very important to me because in the past, using other monitors, when I'm in Final Cut Pro and editing, everything looks fine. But it is until I upload that I find out that my skin, my video looks kind of orange, and my room is actually too dark. And I just couldn't see that with the other monitor. But with this monitor, when I edit and upload, everything looks like as it should be. So there's no surprises, and that's pretty awesome. It just gives me like a peace of mind, you know? So this monitor features HDR as well, but if you're a videophile, you might be able to tell that it's not true HDR because it only uses 8-bit color and it only has 300 nits of brightness. But you know what, for the average guy like me, I think 8-bit color is enough. Like, I'm not really a videophile, and all I can say is that I've enjoyed my fair share of Netflix and YouTube videos on this, and I can say that the colors aren't washed out, it's not clouded or anything, it looks really good to me. Anyways, I'm gonna do a comparison at the very end of the video so that you can judge for yourself if it looks good or not. And the timestamp is below, so you can jump to it if you want to. And also, the monitor has high refresh rate, so all your images are really fluid, and it has good response time, so you won't see any like ghosting or blurs. And finally, it has Freesync, which prevents like screen tearing. So the performance of this monitor can definitely satisfy you as a gamer. For myself, I played Monster Hunter on PS4. Everything was really smooth, beautiful, fluid, and overall, I had a blast playing on it. But you know, there's not a lot of console games or games out there that support the 21:9, so you're gonna get those two black bars on the side, and you can use the full aspect, but then it made my like really good looking Monster Hunter turn into a really chubby Monster Hunter. Anyways, for console gaming, I think you're gonna be more than fine because the max frame rate is like 60 anyways. And if you're a first person shooter kind of guy, here is an example of me playing Fortnite. I really just downloaded the game just for you, and in here you can see that there's not really any blurring or any ghosting, so it's doing pretty well. And notice it's only running at around 30 frames per second, and that's because I'm using my USB-C. If you want higher frame rates at like 60 or 100, you must use HDMI or the DisplayPort. Anyways, if you do play games that support the 21:9 like Fortnite and Minecraft here, I think it is a pretty good experience because I've never tried that before, but now when I'm playing it, it's like, whoa. In the end, I had a great time using this monitor. It's actually replaced my 27-inch 4K monitor, and now it's my everyday go-to monitor for work and play. I would definitely say that the curvedness is like a bonus that really complements the large screen to help me work faster, and the adaptive brightness feature helps me work longer with less eye strain, so that's a huge plus in my book. So I definitely think this is a great choice if you're looking for a wide aspect curved monitor for work, gaming, and entertainment. Anyways, I really hope I helped you guys out today. Like and subscribe to support the channel, and right now we're gonna show you some video comparisons over here, so comment below and tell me what you think, and ask away if you have any questions at all. I'm gonna be using this monitor for a long time, and I'd love to help you out. And thank you again, BenQ, for sending this monitor out for review, and really that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next review. Bye!